Welcome to our presentation on Malay Adventures by Patrick Rogers, Ezekiel Sims, and myself, Raven Worley. Here's our overview of Malay Adventures. Ezekiel is going to lead us off talking about the mission statement. She'll move on and briefly touch on the market analysis. And she'll hand you off to Patrick to talk about the regulatory environment, demographic environment, the competitor analysis. Then Patrick will give you to myself. We'll talk about the promotion strategy, some recommendations, and wrap it up with the conclusions. On that note, here is Ezekiel to talk about the mission statement.
Welcome to Malay Adventures. Our mission, Malay Adventures, was a dream envisioned to reality by 3 U.S. military veterans. We wanted to use our lifelong adventures to establish a company to maximize tourists and locals alike vacation experiences. We provide second-to-none, fully customizable surfing, scuba diving, hiking, biking, training, and excursion packages. We welcome our customers with unusual, imaginative adventure requests as we aspire to amaze with guaranteed satisfaction. Malay Adventures is your one-stop shop of enjoyment and entertainment.
Now for the market analysis. Our scuba diving. So between 2012 and 2017, the market grew at a CAGR of 2%. The next 3 years is expected to see a compound annual growth rate of 4%. All right, for surfing, the global market is projected to reach $10.3 billion by 2024, and hiking is the number one activity for active travelers worldwide. And in addition, biking is global markets projected at 4.2% and to reach $80 billion over the next 7 years. Up next is Patrick with the regulatory environment.
Thanks, Ezekiel. This is Patrick, and I'll be covering regulatory environment, demographics, and competitor analysis. Malaysia is a global leader when it comes to regulatory efficiency, and it continues to excel in this area. With no minimum capital required, it takes fewer than 10 procedures to start a business. There is no national minimum wage, and restrictions on work hours are relatively flexible. Malaysia remains as one of the top 15 global performers in terms of dealing with construction permits, as the total days to complete all the requirements is just 79 days to obtain construction permit compared to 156 days as the global average. Malaysia's laws protecting minority investors enable the country to continue as the third best economy worldwide, and the country is also a global leader when it comes to getting connected to the electrical grid, as it only takes 31 days. Ranking 9th in the world, Malaysia is not only one of the top tourist destinations regionally, but also globally. Tourism is the country's third largest foreign income earner and accounts for 7% of the country's economy. The Malaysian government has made it a focal point to promote tourism through the Malaysian Tourism Promotion Board, and is in an effort to diversify the country's economy, making it less dependent on exports. Tourism in the country has increased steadily since the mid-2000s. The image below shows the top 15 countries visiting Malaysia annually. Malay Adventures will encounter many competitive forces. Seeing as our company is service-based, the most significant factor would be another global economic crisis like the one in 2008. However, the factors we have closer control over would be rivalry among competitors and new entrants into the market. Cheaper products will always be a competitive force, but when one relies on equipment for survival, price should never be substituted for quality. Another factor we should consider is by partnering with a hotel or resort, the partnership could sour after a time based for many reasons, and this would force a move for our business. The weather plays a role in the service-based business, as the monsoon season is not particularly pleasant for scuba diving, surfing, hiking, or biking in many areas, mainly due to safety. In the event of revised or newly implements environmental laws could affect our business as well. Additionally, the company's limited liability partnership could also be impacted if it were to turn sour between the partners. Our assumptions about the services industry, we fall into a very competitive. Our competitors will use tactics to entice customers to use their company. However, the funny thing with the adventure sector is often in high tourist areas, the demand is sometimes greater than the supply. So by bringing a little more supply into the market, it just may attract more tourists to Malaysia. Some strategies that are currently or could be utilized is to offer better deals for the customers. Another avenue to explore would be to reach out to different countries and offer deals through other like companies. Some of our company's weaknesses are we are a newly established company starting small, new to the country, and we have a lot to learn in this area. We have to learn the best sites for all of our services we offer in order to build the best packages for our customers. There are several competitors. A few of our strengths are our military experience, as we know how to find out information quick, we are flexible and adaptable, and we customize packages for our customers' needs and wants. The company plans to take full advantage of any competitor's weaknesses such as overprices, inefficient training, and cheap equipment. We also plan to capitalize on any unsatisfied customers from our competitors. We plan to keep an eye out for market opportunities such as growing partnerships, creating partnerships with similar businesses in different countries to pull in new customers. If our competitors are really that strong, we'll even entertain the idea of working in contract with them to boost the supply of both of our services to boost both of our company's profits. Many of our products will be identical to that of our competitors, as the training offered for scuba diving is standard established by PADI and must be met and enforced. However, there is no set standard for surf training, hiking, or even biking. This need by customers would be trained based on our experience and established norms of the trade. While we intend to partner with a hotel or resort, another avenue would be to pursue is partnering with other hotels or resorts as well, but based on traveling idea, this scuba dive, surfing, hiking, or biking will happen every day or every other day, and the hotel or resort calls us with the numbers of participants, and we will swing by at the set established time to pick them up hassle-free. Some of the ways we can monitor our competition are through social media, post events, and other followings. We can monitor their websites to view their promos, events, price changes, equipment offered, as well as additional services they may offer. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. Now here's a little bit about our promotion strategy. So our store will attract tourists and local business. We'll have repeat customers based off of word of mouth and being satisfied with our services offered. We'll promote through local radio stations to run commercial ads. In addition, we'll promote through hotels, resorts, airlines, travel websites, and then there's the ever-ending social media platform where Malay Adventures has their own website. With Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram we can promote through. In addition, there's apps, websites like Scuba Board, Surfshot, and Global Surfers. And then you also have other social platforms like Meetup that we can promote through. Now for some of our recommendations for our action plan. So our expectations, we started off, we wanted to start a partnership venture. We decided on Malaysia. We each had to come up with $75K in investment so that we could open up by 1 January of 2020. They gave us 7 months to plan, develop, country visits, prospect for leads, resorts, gain permits, etc. Our team building and secure resources. We collaborate and develop the market plan. We start procurement of our capital by 1 June of 2019. Our communication or communicating the plan. So we visited Malaysia, checked out our culture, business prospects, sponsorships, vendors, etc. Our dashboard for tracking success. So 1 July we met. We wanted to discuss any shortfalls that we had ran into and implement any decisions to overcome these and way forwards. We also came up with a tracking progress for our permits, progresses, sponsorships that we were developing, any partnerships that we have in work, and planned future Malaysia revisits so that we could get more acquainted with the community and the island and such. Our monitor regulatory check-ins and adaptiveness. Our meetings, we move them to every 15 days with daily conversations so that we can have our everybody's involved in anything that comes up, short notice or shortfalls that we might run into, and we can develop plans around it. Communicate results and celebrate. So when December, plan ready to be open 1 month ahead of schedule with all permits and licenses. Acquire partnerships. So we acquired a partnership through a local hotel. We were able to save 40 grand in our initial investment. We acquired a sponsorship through Yeti Cycles, Climatic, and Rip Curl, Cressy, and Aqualung for our scuba and surfing apparel. We also had 2 partnerships developed with a local dive shop and a local outdoor adventure shop. This allowed us to find some pretty neat dive locations that can draw in quite a bit of tourists, and as well some of the hot spots for hiking and biking adventures. And additionally, we have our aggressive marketing plan and campaign. We were able to be fully booked for our grand opening. So to conclude things up, Ezekiel, she led you off with our mission statement, discussed the market analysis, gave you to Patrick where he informed you on the regulatory environment as well as the demographic environment and the competitor analysis. Patrick gave it to myself, and we touched on the promotions, our promotion strategy, as well as our recommendations for our action planning, and wrapped it up with a conclusion. Hope you enjoyed our briefing.